But somebody else that they think will do very well making something about their life is about Prince Andrew, Mr. Partier, Prince Andrew himself. A new series is coming forward, and we talk about the royal family once in a while, but this is by Amazon. And to me, I heard about this series, and it's like it's only 3 episodes, but you got Michael Sheen coming in to play Prince Andrew. He's fucking great. It reminds me a little bit of Frost Nixon, this a little bit, everybody, because of course you got Michael Sheen, but also it's really about the interview. It's about the whole build up to the interview with Prince Andrew about Epstein. And so when it goes down, Emily Maitlis actually sits down with him and then hits him hard. If you haven't seen the interview, it came out like 4 or 5 years ago, blew up everywhere. And everyone's like, oh shit, this guy was involved with Epstein. Like, so much so, like, after Epstein was convicted and came home, he's like, well, I had to go there personally to tell him I couldn't be friends anymore. And they're like, well, why'd you stay there for 4 days? And he's like, well, it was just easy to, stay there. And he's like, they had a party for you too, and you were the person of honor. He's like, well, I wasn't the person of honor if you're calling a dinner party a party. But anyways, they were friends. And so, like, this interview came out and it shook the royal family quite a bit. So now the Amazon's doing this 3-part drama series about the whole sit down, everything leading them up. Maitlis and her whole story building up for prepping for the interview, and she's being played by Ruth Wilson, who is fucking great. She's great. She always plays an evil ass character. If you've seen what's that HBO show? I'm going blank on it. But
I need another
his
clue.
Dark Materials. She was awesome in his Dark Materials.
She's a cunt.
She'd be great for this, I think.
Terrible person.
And honestly, it's a good idea. I just think that, is it too early for something like this? Should we be making something this soon? Because honestly, I mean, the royal family is big and we love talking about the royal family, but like Prince Andrew, again, he's not going to be king. He was always known for the partier, and this is like Epstein thing is kind of old news, but maybe it's something good. Maybe it's something good. Sabrina, I'm going to you first on this. Do you think this is a good idea to make this? Michael Sheen's awesome, by the way. I think the casting is fabulous. I think it's interesting to have him on the opposite side being grilled. I think about him acting as Prince Andrew after watching this video. It might be actually pretty great acting. But is this a good concept for Amazon? Should they be making this? Or do you think that they should leave the royal family alone?
Leave Britney alone. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, I love Michael Sheen. I feel like it has, potential. It'd probably be good. People are somehow weirdly obsessed, like, with the royal family, like, that live in America. Like, it's like this weird, like, I know a lot of people who are, like, super obsessed with the monarchy and I know people got up at, like, 3 a.m. to watch the coronation of Prince Charles. Like, what? Or King Charles? I don't know at that point, like, what happened, when it happened, whatever. Anyway, I'm not gonna get up at 2 a.m. to watch a fucking World Cup soccer game, and I'm certainly not going to get up at fucking 4 a.m. to watch someone fucking be paraded around the streets in a cart. So I don't really understand, like, I respect it, and I think that people who abuse it, like Meghan Markle, like, you can go fuck yourself, like, just do your, oh wow, that's a really good picture. He kind of looks like Nicholson in that picture. Oh, these two fucks. I can't. Anyway, whatever. My point is Meghan Markle is so
you said her name, so I didn't.
Oh, God. How did you had that queued up? You knew I was going to mention her somehow because I hate her so much?
They're moving back to Los Angeles, by the way, Sabrina, just so you know.
You what?
Did he just throw a bowling ball? Is that what this picture is from?
Aren't they in Los Angeles? Like, they're somewhere.
Well, they're going to move to Malibu. Now moving to LA, so.
Yeah, that's right, H. and Chilla. Ruth Wilson is evil in real life, so it is typecasting. And she has Muppet face. No, thank you. I feel like it's intriguing. I feel like people will watch it if it's good acting, like whatever. I think it's going to do very well. I don't think the royal family's going to enjoy it. I think it's going to be a problem, because there is a lot. He got they stripped him of his title, moved him somewhere else. Like it's there's a lot of controversy for them that they're trying to step away from. So
especially after all the Prince Harry stuff, and even like the king is like he's a fool, that boy, for what he did, So,
this is way worse than any of that.
It's true.
Like, way fucking worse.
I mean, like, they've already had problems. They don't want them to put themselves out there anymore.
Jesus Christ. I don't know. But people are going to watch it. I'll probably watch it, to be fucking
great
fair.
Casting.
I love Michael Sheen. He's really, really, really good. She's though a cunt. I don't know. It is what it is. I wish she was playing Meghan Markle in something, because that would be real fitting. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a problem for the royal family. Not a problem, but like it's just more negative attention that they don't want, which is unfortunate. But that being said, no one gives a fuck, and Amazon's trying to get some of that Netflix money from those other two idiots. So I don't fault them for it. I'm surprised someone didn't kind of jump on this sooner, to be honest with you.
I mean, yeah, it's been. I'm just surprised because to me, honestly, I thought they wait longer. I mean, it's been 4 years, but I mean, still,
you thought they'd wait longer?
Yeah,
4 years is not long. They're making a movie about those poor people who blew up in the ocean. Like 5 minutes later, you thought 4 years is not long enough?
I know they're doing that. Was it Titan? They're doing that. Yeah, they're doing that series or that movie too. But this, I just don't know. It just seems like it's out of left field for me. Goldy, is this something you think they should be doing right now, or you think that Amazon is just cashing in on some IP they probably got involved with?
Well, I mean, I think it's kind of riveting in the sense that our lives are all kind of puny and miserable, and we all imagine ourselves being rich and able to do whatever the fuck we want. But when someone's rich and does whatever the fuck they want, and what they want to do is abuse young women, I don't know that I'm going to tune into that. So for me, I think it's probably in poor taste. I'm not a huge fan in this situation. I think the whole Epstein situation is atrocious.
Awful.
And it's something that is, I mean, I've seen documentaries on it. I'm certainly intrigued by it. I want to understand how a piece of shit with money can get away with.
Yeah. How is it possible?
It's really disgusting. For me, I can understand as an actor being interested in portraying a dark motherfucker like this. Look, for me, I'm a simple guy, man. I want to go to the movies. I want to be entertained. I'm not terribly entertained by a spoiled cunt ruin the lives of young women and took advantage of them and is a pig. And I say that because I believe that that's the truth. So,
100%.
For me, I'm not waiting in line for this thing. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some good performances. There might be more to the story.
Is it going to be in the movies? It's an Amazon. It's an Amazon thing. It's not going to be in the movies.
3-part
it's
series.
Yeah. Well, my version of going to the movies is putting my feet up and tuning in. So, I just think it's in poor taste. Again, there might be some great performance, and there might be some part of this I don't know. We only know what we know that's in the mainstream media, et cetera. Maybe this guy is just a fucking amazing victim. We'll find out.
Bullshit.
But for me personally,
that would be a problem for me. I hope, my hope is that it will show exactly the opposite. Like that's I hope so too. I hope it will show what I believe the truth is to be. You know what I mean?
But Prince Andrew is pretty much like it's such denial about it. He's like he had no idea, but then he'd stay at his house, he'd have him over, he'd have parties for him all the time, and they'd hang out all the time. He was to Epstein Island, and in the interview he's talking about it too. Innocent. He said he had no idea. He was being a gentleman, he said, by going in.
Of course you were.
If that's true. If that's true, and this movie brings that to light, and it is actually true, I'll listen. I'm an atheist. But
how are you going to know it's actually right?
You show me proof that God exists. I'm willing to look. So I think this guy's guilty as fuck. I think he's a filthy, slimy piece of shit pig who's gotten everything he's ever wanted. He do whatever the fuck he wants to do, and what he wanted to do was act like a fucking asshole. If this movie sheds some light on that, that's fine. I personally don't need to see him behave like an asshole. I don't need to know what led him to be an asshole. I don't want to see how he was an asshole. I don't want to even hear him try to justify it. And I hope it does paint him a picture as being a piece of shit. But I don't, for me, after a long day of fielding emails, phone calls, and trying to support my family, I'm not going to tune into this and try to escape watching this piece of shit.
Yeah. It's
definitely not an escape.
It's definitely not. And I feel like there'll be probably a lot of backlash from this, but hopefully you're right. Hopefully some good stuff comes out where it shows like what actually happened. And I don't want to see this either. I don't want to see this, Goldy. There's no point to this. But you know what?
I didn't want to watch that Meghan Markle whatever the fuck his name is, fucking four-part thing. But I watched that piece of shit.
Yeah.
And you get bored. You're like, all right, let's see what this is. And also, I'm pretty sure Michael Sheen is going to kill it.
But he probably thought it'd be good acting performance.
He's going to kill it. He's going to kill it. But if he was doing,
and as an actor, to watch an actor like that perform. I'm sorry, Goldy, go ahead.
Again, I was just going to say, I mean, he's an incredible actor. I've actually worked with him. I did Twilight Breaking Dawn. The last 2 episodes he was in it. We had a great camaraderie. He's a great man. He's a very talented actor, and he's very committed to what he does. And again, I don't judge him for doing the work. I think from an actor's perspective, it's probably very challenging and exciting to do something like this. I'm telling you, I'm an audience member. That's what I try to bring to your show. And as an audience member, for me, I just don't have, I'm sure that Hitler didn't rise to his popularity because he wasn't funny. Probably was the funniest motherfucker in the room. But if Michael Sheen wanted to do a movie about how funny and charismatic and wonderful Hitler was, I also probably wouldn't want to see that because he also exterminated 6 million fucking Jews.
100%.
So, I think, again, it's just some things for me, just as an audience member, they don't resonate with me. I'm not judging people for going, and I'm not judging studios for making it. For me, that's not one I'm interested in.
Yeah, I heard this and I was just shocked too. Like I said, I didn't think this was something they'd actually even touched for a long time. There's just like so much controversy, and I'm surprised the royal family is letting it move forward if they even have any say in it. But again, there's no need for a drama like this.
They definitely don't have anything.
No, probably not. Look what happens to them. Mike,
I mean, for me, I was just gonna let me just end. For me, if you wanted to do Epstein, Epstein, and the darkness of that motherfucker and the misery that he went through as he was suicided in prison, I tune into that. I would love to watch this piece of shit suffer. I would love to see how lonely he was when he was executed in prison. Let's face it, he was. And that's what I want to fucking
silenced.
See. This
maybe.
guy,
but
this guy's still walking around and eating Cornish fucking hens. Fuck him.
But that's the thing of it, though, is like there's supposed to be like this crossover where you do get that side as well, which is obviously the more, I don't know, interesting.
He
I guess,
ate a nicer dinner than I did tonight. Fuck this guy.
I haven't even eaten dinner, so fuck you too.
Yeah, he probably did, yes.
Exactly.
Mike, what do you think about this? You think this will cause more controversy for the royal family? Is this something you tune in for, or do you think, like everybody else, it's like, why are we making this?
Will it cause more controversy? I mean, I think it'll add heat to an existing situation. I mean, it's never going away, but they just want to crank down the level of heat, and this isn't going to help them do that. Am I going to watch it? I watch a lot of salacious stuff, Brian. The Boys, like, it doesn't get much more salacious than that. But when it comes to like hyper powerful creeps like this, I have a hard time tuning in just because it's super bleak. Like, I never watched the Michael Jackson documentary, like, because I think you can get the gist of it. And then you don't have to spend 90 minutes thinking about like, oh my God, we live in a world where people are exploited like this. It just feels bad. So yeah, probably won't check it out. I'll look at the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. Maybe I will. You made an interesting point about the Frost Nixon thing. So there's a compelling film to be made here. What I am excited for is, clearly we all think that Michael Sheen is a terrific actor, terrific comedic actor. I played Wesley Snipes in a memorable cameo on 30 Rock. But I can see like a hard drama like this really catapulting his career because he has the chops, and it happened to Olivia Colman. I love her.
Oh, she's great.
She was a really, a comedian that was in all kinds of stuff, and she just got rocketed straight to the top. So I can very easily see that happen for Michael Sheen too, and I hope it does happen.
Yeah, I think he's great.
He's doing all right.
Yeah, I think he's doing pretty good, but I do love him a lot. I think he's a great actor. And honestly, with this project, though, he doesn't need it. I don't think anybody really needs it. And I think nobody really wants it. Goldy wants it as much as I think he wants that drink more than that. But yeah, I just don't get the point or the appeal for it. I just don't anymore. But they're still moving forward this royal family stuff. They still want to make more problems for the royal family. And you know what? It sounds like Prince Andrew deserves it. And honestly, maybe this will shed some more light. That interview was fucking nuts. If it's an interview, like, she literally hits him hard with everything. He's like a bumbling fool a lot of times because he has no idea what to say. Because any reasonable person would be like, why the fuck are you hanging out with this person for 4 days staying at their house? Why are you hanging out with them? And why are there pictures of you with these girls that are underage?
Which is why I feel like it's gonna expose a lot of shit or bring like the knowledge to people who don't know about this fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a
PSA.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
But he was very involved with Epstein. They were like apparently best friends. So at the end of the day, he's got to deal with his own demons. He has to. And they're all going to be on the screen very soon.
Throw him off a cliff.
The thing is, the thing is, which makes it worse, it's exactly what we all have seen most recently with our former president. You literally watch them do stupid shit that's totally wrong. And they go, you didn't see anything. It's the most insulting of. It's the most insulting
That's a really
of
good point.
behavior.
That,
And
that
that's the
happens
thing that
across the
just
board.
makes it unpalatable, man. It's unpalatable. I mean, if there was
That's a
some
really good
shit we
point.
didn't know, if there's some shit we didn't know about this Prince cunt, then maybe I would tune in. But I don't need to know anything other than what I saw with my own two fucking eyes to not be interested. It's like, to me, it's like the company you keep. I know a lot of people believe in Sky Daddy and they go to church and they put the money in the thing and whatever. And I'm thinking, but didn't you see the kids getting raped? It's the company you keep, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, well, my church, it doesn't matter. It's the company you keep. So for me, like, tuning in is like, it's just dirty.